Hi, everyone. Deirdre Morgan here, intuitive counselor and clarity coach, here with a few quick tips on navigating this month, May 2025's field. This is I'm so excited. I love the 5 frequency. It represents freedom and space and new opportunities and what's different. And I get really happy just thinking about it. Well, how do I get that 5 frequency? First of all, we're living the year 2025. So if we add those factors together, the 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5, we get a 9. So we know we have a 9 universal playing field for the year. May is the 5th month of the calendar year, so it carries a 5 frequency with it. So when we add the 5 of this month to the 9 of the universal year, 2025, we get a 14. And in numerology, as you may know, we don't recognize double-digit numbers. So 1 plus 4 equals 5. That's the 5. And 5 is a fast-paced, action-oriented number. It's masculine. Uneven numbers are always masculine, and that demands action. It's not enough to chew chocolates on the chaise and know it and understand it and not follow through. So keep in mind, whatever's going on, follow through. Wonderful. 5 is all about what's new, what's different. 5 loves people, variety, more is better. 5 loves to explore, experiment. Travel is its best friend in many, many ways. But 5 uses its imagination and, yes, takes action, experiences it. So this fast-paced frequency just brings opportunities, events, all unexpected. Because 5 doesn't plan, it's spontaneous. It likes to work off the cuff. So expect opportunities, ideas, events to come nonstop and maybe not exactly what you planned for. 5 can be very mischievous way. It plays. And understand 5 is playing. It does not take things seriously like some of the other numbers. 4 and 7 come to mind right away. So just know this is an open-ended month, no holes barred, and go for the gold. This is the option that the energy field is giving us this month. Great stuff. So let's take a quick look. Let's look at the global stage for a minute and see what's been happening. Unfortunately, we had a new war break out between India and Pakistan. So that's on everyone's mind now. We also know that we have to keep an eye on China and Taiwan, Iraq and Iran. So that is in the offering. We also know that the weather has turned uncertain on us. We can no longer count on spring, summer, fall, winter flowing easily, and we're familiar what's going on. We have at least a dozen earthquakes a day on the planet. We have flooding, we have torrential rain, we have rising sea level, all these things happening where we can't know, no one can predict the outcome. So the weather, Earth, with all its earthquakes, is speaking up, is releasing the toxic energy that man has inflicted on it for years. Let's look at religion for a moment. Even if you're not Catholic or Christian, if you're Jewish, if you're Hindi, if you're Muslim, whatever your faith, the fact still remains that the Catholic Church, or the Vatican, to be more specific, is probably one of the biggest influences we have on the planet. It has 1.4 billion followers. So that what's going on internally within the papal structure of the church, the leadership structure of the church, directly it affects people in a significant way. And in some ways, we are all affected by it. So right now, the church is in a very uncertain place with the new pope, and also the first American. And I'm not touting my horn for America. It's just, this is a massive departure from centuries of who sits on the papal throne. It's going to be fun to watch what goes on. And as I said in January at my overview, this year is about stepping back, getting out of your personal preferences, your personal beliefs, your personal agenda, because 9 is not a personal number. Remember, it's humanitarian, it's philanthropic. It sees a much bigger picture than just the me picture. Remember, 9's calling us me to we. So it's asking us to get out of all our personal attachments, emotions, feelings, sense of right, sense of wrong, judgy stuff, and look at the big picture of things. And this is what 5 is saying. Come on, change, get over yourself, move into your heart, and start living from your heart and your own authority and sovereignty by being who you are. Huge leap. We've got to strengthen ourselves within so that we bring to the table, humanity's table, a strong, loving, caring mindset. I love it. So for all the turmoil, for all the mishgas, the bottom line is, even though we may like it or love it or not like it at all, it's what we got. And it is divine order. It is part of the humanity's evolution and spiritual growth into greater potential and mindset of who we are. I love it. What else is going on a more practical viewpoint is we're seeing trends. The things I've mentioned are all new, are different. We are in uncertain times. Consider it the new normal. And trends always show us where we're headed. So the departure of Pope Francis, the physical condition of the King of England, Keir Starmer's very provocative and controversial tenure as prime minister may be stepping down. And certainly Xi Jinping is in a precarious position leading his country. And what this means is we're seeing the beginning of the end of authoritarian top-down structure, which can be dismantled faster when we, the people, move into heart consciousness, accepting, allowing ourselves to be who we are, and letting go of a past that was riddled by the doubt, fear, lack mindset. So what I'd like to do, this is not a tip, this is a suggestion, okay? I always print the number out on a page and just keep it on my desk. And here's the 5. Now, why am I doing this? Because there's great messages or reminders, depending on where you're at, to this 5. First of all, the 5 goes straight back. So it says, okay, we're going to be reviewing old issues that maybe we thought we fully healed, but we might not have reach down and touch base with the emotional unconscious aspect of that issue. And so we're going back to take a look and heal at what negative, fear-based issues are still active, still influencing you. And you get the choice to keep or discard. Hopefully, you'll release it and that toxic energy. Then we have the straight down, the 5. We review and release, then we strengthen our own individuality. We become more self-reliant, self-aware, and more willing to be who we are. And then comes this beautiful circle, forward motion. It's gentle, it's curved, nothing straight and straightforward about it. And this curve represents the divine feminine or feminine in us. The divine feminine is always about ideals, dreams, and visions. It always asks, why not? And this is the essence of change when you think about it, is asking why not to our ideals, dreams, and visions, which are what? Heart-based. And the 5 and the feminine are creative, imaginative, playful. They focus on beauty and love and joy, which is the get good, see negative, get negative, and highly intuitive. 5 is a bridge among all people, all experiences. So keep this in mind. This is the best way to keep yourself on track this month. So the world is very busy. What's in store for us? Okay, what takeaways, what quick tips do I want you to hear today? First of all, pull up your anchor and sail out of your port. And by that, I mean, get out of your comfort zone. That's what 5. It isn't even inviting us. It's a command performance. Do something new and different for yourself this month. Okay? Start to build or create your life from the place of love and joy within you. Now, some of you may already be doing this. Some of you may be an old pro. Some of you may just got your foot in the water. Some of you may totally reject your timeline. But no matter where you are, keep or start building, create and live from the heart, the joy and love. And as I've pointed out earlier, you free yourself of past issues. And you're able now to choose your joy and happiness. So choose joy and happiness, use your imagination, get creative. And instead of complaining, ask yourself, how can I make this work? This really is a new step in our empowerment. Because when we start focusing on what we can do, instead of bewailing what we think we can't do, life opens up. My third quick tip is, come on, take the risk, take the chance, be willing to do it, new, different. Speak up for yourself, for what you're seeking, what you love. Stay open to new ideas, stay flexible. 5 doesn't have time for judging. So just embrace life. See good, get good. 4th tip, no regrets. Do not spend your time grieving the past. Instead, ask, how do I believe in myself more due to my past challenges? Thanks, Katja. And it means celebrating, acknowledging how far you've come in following your heart, to listening to your voice within, and embracing change. Change, it's very easy. Now, all this is a lot. One or more may speak to you, none of it may speak to you. all of it may. Listen within. And the other quick tips remaining are, please slow down, breathe, smell the coffee, smell the roses, but stay in the present. We have a habit of trying to anticipate the future or regret the past, neither of which serves us, neither of which allows us to lead fulfilling, meaningful lives. So slow down, just breathe, do the yoga, take the walk in nature, whatever. Make time for yourself. Put yourself and your well-being first. And interestingly enough, remember, the focus is within. You're to take action on what leads you to your heart, creates peace of mind, where you feel the joy bubbles, because all this is the essence of who each one of us is. And remember, if you want to change the world, you change yourself. And it's important that you do it and realize it affects the collective. We're all in it together, as I said. So go be who you really are. Choose to be that conscious creator in your life, coming from your heart. It's the easiest to do. I've just given you about 6 or 7 tips. They all indicate massive change within for many of us, or maybe just some change, or maybe no change at all, but you've got to develop and build it further. Find it exciting. And if you get fear-based and feel paralyzed, ask yourself what you're so afraid of. I always recall Eleanor Roosevelt. She said, if you fear it, do it. And that's what to keep in mind this month. If you fear it, do it, because once you do it, you no longer fear it. So remember, it is all about love. Everything else is incidental. So create a grand new adventure for yourself. Change something in your life that you've been longing to shift gears on. And let me know how you're doing. I'm looking forward to seeing you next month. And if you've liked this chat, please send it to a friend or all your friends. Let's get the messages out there that there is love, joy, and peace to be had. And this month, the gold ring is yours. Take care. Love you all, and thanks for being here.